Yo, peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with another video. It's been a little minute since I dropped a little nugget on your heads. I was going through my own little personal things in life, as we all are. And, had to take a break, get my mind together and stuff. And, but I'm back. I'm back on a mission. And, I'm ready to get back to it, man. So I hope all is well with y'all. I hope y'all good. If your day's not going good, I hope it get greater by the evening and the end of the night. We're gonna jump straight into it. So I got this message a few days ago. I actually was replying to somebody in my comments to a video that I put up, and we were talking about something, and I was saying something back to them. And like I always say, I'm a channeler. That's one of my gifts, of my many gifts. And when I say things or write things sometimes, well, not sometimes, a lot of times, just like you out there, it's not my own thoughts and it's not coming from me. I'm getting it from another source. Um, so saying that, um, that's my other point. So I was saying what I was saying to her, and in the midst of that, I was, it was something about my mom's, and the post was about my mother. So I was, she had recently lost her mother too, around Mother's Day. So we were talking about that, and she was talking about how much inspiration she got from the video I uploaded, and how much it really helped her and stuff like that. And that's how she felt with everything I wrote in my caption. And I say, yeah, sometimes, we don't realize we're going through a lot of the same things with a lot of our peers. And that's why sometimes we got to raise our hand and not be afraid to raise our hand in the class and share with the class. And I don't know what made me say that, but all I heard was Spirit say, that's the next topic you need to talk about. Don't be afraid to raise your hand in the class and share with your peers. Don't be afraid to raise your hand in the class with your peers and share your story. For those that went to elementary and stuff like that, junior high, high school, college, but mainly just elementary, pre-K, first, second grade, third, fourth, fifth, around elementary basically. Sometimes junior high, but this mainly like starts elementary, where you become afraid to raise your hand in the class. You become afraid to raise your hand to answer a question. You become afraid to raise your hand to ask a question. So now you're training yourself now to worry about people pleasing other people's opinions. So now you're scared, even though you know the answer, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can relate. How many times were you young in class and you knew the answer, but you were so afraid to raise your hand because you were scared everybody would laugh, you were scared that you would get it wrong? And then somebody else raised their hand and they said the answer that you was thinking, and they got all the credit, and you're like, damn, I should have said something. Well, there's a lot of people that do that in life, and we don't realize we train. It starts there. That's why I'm going somewhere with this and bringing it back to then. We don't realize we're training ourselves like that. So when we get into teenage and adulthood, we are still doing that and interacting and moving in that way. We don't realize that. So this is what I'm saying. Why I was saying that to the lady I know in the comments. We cannot be afraid to raise our hand in class and share with the class. We have to learn to share our story. There's a reason why God put us through many things in our life. There's a reason why we go through many trials and tribulations in our life. There's a reason why we go through many heartaches, failures, embarrassment, many things. All the things that we hate to go through, that's not fun to go through, publicly especially, because a lot of this stuff is humiliating. But since people want to talk about humiliation rituals, God himself does humiliation rituals, because we know people talk about that with the industry people. But we don't realize God does humiliation rituals with us too. They're going to be like, what are you talking about, Cook? When God humiliates you, when he embarrasses you, when he has you go through failure, when he has you go through hurt, pain, trials, and tribulations, you don't know why he's doing that. A lot of people think God hates them when they do that. And a lot of times they don't understand that until later, or sometimes they might never get it. We don't understand that he's doing something. When he's putting you through all that heartache and all that, you trying to reject it. It's not your time to reject it, because it's back to the topic of the video. He's doing that so you can have a story. Get it? I'm going to repeat it again because it's going to go over a lot of people's head. You're going through what you're going through right now. Your trial tribulations, all the pain, and people stabbing in your back. You're going through all this pain and heartache because it's part of your story. You don't know where he's going with this. He doing something with your life, but you too stubborn and blind to see it. And I've been there too, and I still do it. So I'm not faulting none of y'all. I'm just saying, this is what happens. It happens. I do it too. You're not seeing what he's trying to do in your life. He's doing this so you can have a story. So when you overcome all this craziness that he's doing, and you thinking you're not going to overcome, you see how much stronger it makes you and how much more you get on your purpose and you become and you step in your position of power, who you are and who you're destined to be, bro, your story is going to be miraculous to the world. This is where you start writing books. This is where podcasts start coming in. It's where public speaking start coming in. It's where all that, talking to the youth, shows, movies, this is where all that come from. Why you think they make movies from novels and people's lives and all that? To this day. Because God, this is what I'm saying. This is part of, don't be afraid to raise your hand in class to tell your story. Share with the class because that's another part of it. Thank you. When you share your story, you'll be surprised how many people relate to you. A lot of times we don't share our story because we're scared. We're scared of judgment. We're scared of people using it against us. And I get it because it didn't happen to me and people was foul. I'm not going to say all people. Some people in this world is foul like that where they use it against you. But we don't realize it's part of your story. So when you go tell it, other people was like, yo, I went through the same thing. Oh, I thought it was just me. Wow, how did you overcome that? I'm going through that right now. This is what I'm saying, why they say wake up, pay attention to the signs, listen, enhance your senses so you can be connected. So when they connected the dots for you, you get why you're going through this pain. So you're not mad. You just step into it. You just embrace it. You're not pissed. You're not angry. You're not envious of nobody else's life, looking at it like, oh, why they like going good and mine's going crazy. Don't worry about how they like going good, because they ain't gonna have a breakthrough like you. That's your problem. It happens. And that's a lot of people's problems. They looking like, yo, they life over there going great, mine's going crazy. What's wrong with me? You so blind, you don't even see what's going on. Just because they life look like it's going good and yours going crazy, you don't even see your life going crazy because you about to have a breakthrough. They not about to have a breakthrough. They just doing their thing. You about to have a breakthrough. So if you going through something crazy, you going through something crazy, embrace it. And just know that when you make it out the end, you're going to have a crazy breakthrough. But you just got to make it through. And this is part of, first you got to raise your hand and share with your peers. Hey, listen, I'm going through this. Hey, listen, I'm going through that. Hey, yo, listen, I ain't got no money right now, bro. But I'm trying to do this. Whatever your story is, your trial, tribulations, whatever it is. Yo, I'm a single mom, I got 3 kids, but I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to still get my bit. Whatever your story, your trial, tribulation is a part of your story. So don't look at your circumstance and your situation like it's painful and like you don't know why God doing it. You don't know why the universe, he answer. You missing the whole thing. He doing it because you got a purpose and he trying to make you go through a breakthrough, but you're so stubborn, you're not trying to let him do what he do. Get out your way. Get out God's way. Get out your own way. And step into your power. Because that's what he's doing. So stop complaining, stop worrying, and stop feeling bad for yourself. Because if your life going crazy right now, that just means that you about to have something crazy come into your life. So just embrace it and step into the pain. Embrace it. Step into the embarrassment. I told you, y'all think it's Hollywood just doing these rituals. God do humiliation rituals too. God do embarrassment rituals too. God will make the whole world see you embarrassed and all that just so you can see who fake and who gonna be there when you down. You don't even see what he's doing. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Y'all be thinking, oh, God, why you did this? He did that so he can humiliate you, so he can see who gonna really laugh at you, and you can eliminate all the people that you thought was cool that should have been standing by you during that tough time. So now when the blessing comes, you got rid of all those people. You see what I'm saying? We be thinking that, oh, why that happened to me? Because you missing it. You missing the story. You missing it. You missing the whole picture. You missing the whole glory, the whole story, the whole breakthrough. You missing it. What he doing, yo? What he doing right now to you? Whoever hearing this right now, whatever you're going through, he working something on you right now. So when you come out that breakthrough and people see you, that's when you raise your hand in the class. Like you was a little kid. When you was afraid, you're not afraid to raise your hand no more. Be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna use myself as example. I had to do it. You think I want, back to the wants and the needs, you think I wanted to come on camera and share all this and what was going on in my life and all the witchcraft and all this, my parents and all this crazy? Nah, but he know I needed to do that because he needed me to step in my power that I didn't know I had. It was always there. I was just around people that made me second guess it. I always had it. And when I finally stepped in and said, yo, fuck what everybody thinking about, whoever gonna judge me. Whatever. This is me and this is how I gotta live and this is what I do. When I did that, when I raised my, you know how many people I know hit me up and was like, yo, I'm going through the same thing. Y'all went through this too. Y'all went through, this is what I'm saying. Don't be scared. That we don't realize we was grooming ourselves from little with the not raising our hand in class because we were scared of being wrong or not having the right answer or everybody laughing or something stupid. And we carry that in life. This is why a lot of people don't go after what they want. Oh, sorry, let me check the time. I got 10 minutes, I'm good. I had to make sure I ain't go over the crazy 15 minutes for Instagram. But this is why a lot of people don't go after what they want in life. Don't go after achievements. Don't have no zest for life, no urgency, no nothing, no go-getter mentality. It's because of that. It stems from, a lot of stuff stems from childhood. It stemmed from that. That little kid that was in the class that was scared to raise his hand and share with your peers. It's a reason why they was teaching you show and tell when you was younger. You don't see them do that when you're adult. Nah, because everybody, when they get older, they teach you to be quiet and don't talk to nobody. And just keep all your problems in the house. And this is why you see a lot of adults ready to kill themselves and stressed out and they looking like they 80 and they only 40 years old. Because you ain't supposed to be doing that. This is what I'm saying. You're supposed to be sharing with the class. The problem why people don't want to share with the class when they get older is because it's because people use it against them. So that's where discernment come in. That just comes in with knowledge and getting wiser as you get older. So yeah, it's foul that people's like that, but you gotta have discernment and know who to tell that to. But if you're around people that you know ain't gonna do that, you better raise your hand and share and be like, hey, listen, I'm going through this. Oh, hey, this is, it don't even have to be a trial tribulation. It could be just a thought. Hey, listen, I was thinking about this. Oh, this is my opinion on this. That happened to me in college before in class. I raised my hand and asked a question in African American class studies about Martin Luther King. I didn't want to do it. But again, spirits didn't care what I wanted to do. They needed me to do that. And when I did it, at first it looked crazy. The teacher didn't know what I was doing. It was so crazy he went home and called his constituents on me. That's why I say I got to be careful with what I say because people call people on you. And that's why I chill with doing that because I don't know who he was on the phone with. So I had to look up that word. But anyway, called his constituents, came back the next class, asked them again on the question I asked to reiterate it, to let them know I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to the class, what I was asking. And he let me know, yo, he went home, called his constituents, and he said that they told him that, yo, your student is right. He know what he's talking about. And they put him on. So the role reversal changed from teacher to student, and I was now the teacher to the student. Everybody in the class was looking at me like, oh, shit. From that day, we watched the whole new DVD on Negroes with Guns I never heard of. Robert F. Williams, I never heard of him. Never heard of him. He was wilding on the cops, shooting back. I never heard of him. But if I never asked that class, if I never raised my hand in the class and said, hey, listen, why we don't watch films on this? Why they always talk about this from Martin Luther King? Why they don't talk about the other stuff? If I ain't never pushed the envelope, raised my hand, and asked that, we would have never learned about Robert F. Williams. We would have never seen Negroes and Guns, and none of those students in there would have learned that. And the teacher wouldn't have learned that. He wouldn't have learned that because he learned something too. So this is what I'm saying. Raise your hand. Don't be scared to raise your hand and share with your peers. Don't be scared to raise your hand and share with the class. It's a reason why they told you show and tell. But you just got to know who to show and tell with as you get older. That's where the discernment comes in. You still got time. So before I run out of time, man, that's basically the message, man. Don't be scared to raise your hand Don't be scared to raise your hand in the class and share with your peers because you'll be surprised how many people is going through the same thing and they need somebody to raise their hand and speak up because they don't know how to do it and they don't have the courage. But this is why God put the courage in you. And you might not want to do it, but they don't give a fuck about what you want to do because God, universe, and spirits don't give a fuck about what you want to do. It's what you need to do. So step into your power and do what you need to do. Because there's people that need to get that inspiration from you because they don't know how to have that confidence because they still trying to heal that little kid from class that was embarrassed to raise their hand in front of everybody and be wrong. Well, I'm not afraid to raise my hand no more in the class. I'm raising my hand all day. And I'm going to do it for people that don't want to speak. You know why? Because I know they don't want to speak. So I'm going to raise my hand for them and ask a question. I'll take the bullet for them. I'll be the one. And it's a bunch of y'all that's supposed to be doing it too. So I need y'all to step your power with me because I can't do it alone. So, like I said, man, stay focused, stay blessed. Peace and blessings, much love, much respect. Like I always say, whether we run, we jog, we sprint, or crawl, because sometimes we got to crawl to our destination. But like I say, somehow, some way, we got to get to our destination someday. So peace, blessing, much respect, much love.